Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So, welcome back to our Surah series. And today, in this session, we will explore Surah Al-Asr, which is one of the shortest, but again, very important surah in Quran. See, many of us basically wonder what does it mean to live a truly successful life? What's the definition of successful life? And how can we make the best use of our time, right? And what guarantees success, not just in this world, but hereafter means the other world also. So, Surah Al Asr, if you see, it's actually answering all these questions in just three verses and providing you with a complete roadmap for the success. So, Imam Shafi'i once said, if people reflected on Surah Al Asr alone, it would be enough for their guidance. So, this will guide you related to your life. What does it mean by successful life, and how can you make best use of our time and everything? So, it means a lot. So, let's try to explore the background of the surah, the key themes of the surah, and the lessons which you can actually apply it in your real life. And it's a very powerful surah. So let's spend some time on this and let's see how you can apply this in your daily life, okay, in the modern day scenario also. And if you look at the background of and the revelation context, by time, indeed, mankind is in loss, except for those who believe, those who do the righteous deeds and encourage each other towards truth and patience. Surah Al-Asr is a Makan surah and revealed during the early years of Islam. And at that time, Muslims were very small in population also and persecuted group facing immense challenges. And the Qurayshi leaders were obsessed with wealth, power, and status, and they believed that these were the measures of success at that point of time. So this surah actually challenged their thoughts and their thinking and declared that true success is not money or status, but it's about good faith, good deeds, and upholding truth and having patience. So I repeat, it's about faith, it's about good deeds, it's about truth, upholding truth, and patience. It's not just about money, it's not about status. So this surah, in fact, is a wake-up call for all of us. If you really understood the meaning that I have discussed, if not, I'll be discussing it further, deeper. And this is actually a wake-up call for all of us, and it reminds us of that the time is running out and time is short for everyone. And if we are not using it wisely, we are in loss. So this is the most important. This is why I love the surah, the message that it conveys about time. So this surah is like a mathematical formula, if you look at it, for success in both dunya, in this world, as well as the other world also, in dunya as well as in akhirah, the other world, the even hereafter. So if you see, Allah begin by taking an oath by time, emphasizing that time is a witness to the rise and fall of nations, the actions of humans, and the consequences of their deeds. So, time is very important. When I say by time, time is the greatest asset that we have. In fact, the I won't say only asset, but the greatest asset. Why the greatest asset? But again, because it won't come back, right? Every second that passes, that is never going to come back. So you need to treat it like that. It's never going to come back. Money you lose, you can make it again. Whatever, except time, everything else will come back to you. If you want to, you can make it again. But it's also the most easily wasted, especially in this world where you are so much addicted with scrolling, social medias and other things. Your habit is just like scrolling the phones. So that's why this surah is getting a lot of importance at this present world. Time is the one which is the greatest asset, and the time is the one which you are easily and cheaply and neatly wasted also. And remember, this is never going to come back. Indeed, mankind is in loss. Except if you take that verse, see, most of the people are in a state of loss. Why? Because they waste their lives chasing temporary things and wasting time. But there are four conditions for success. What are they? I just discussed before. Faith means iman, and then good deeds, amal salih, and then encouraging truth or upholding truth, the haq, and encouraging patience, the sabr. So faith, good deeds, encouraging truth or upholding truth, and encouraging patience. So these are the four. I go with English so that it will be very easy for everyone to understand, because most of the people who are watching this video, if you know Arabic, then you don't want to watch this video. So there is no point in me discuss. There is no logic, and that's also a time waste if you see. So let's try to understand everything in English. So that will be more convenient, more easy for me also, because Arabic again is again a very strange language for me because my native language is different. So of course, that limitation is there. Now, if you look at the key themes of this Surah Al-Asr, see, again, it's the same only the value of time in Islam. So when I say buy time, why does Allah swear by time? Because time is life, time is everything, time is the greatest asset which you will never get back. How we use it is going to determine our fate. Let me repeat it. Time is life. Time is everything. Time is the greatest asset. How you're going to use time is how your faith will be. See, every day, every hour, every minute, every second either brings us closer to Jannah or further away. I'm not only talking about the material aspects, that's there, that's of course there, that's required, but this dimension also you need to look into when I talk about time. So Prophet Muhammad said there are two blessings that many people waste. First is health and free time. We do so much of things and we don't care our health, and you waste your health also by having unnecessary food and other things and not caring your health. Especially in the modern times, you will have to take care of your health. Health is more important, time is again more important. So Prophet Muhammad have told that these are the two blessings that you actually waste, that your health. Imagine the power of human body and how we are wasting it without having proper exercise which body require. You're not supplying or giving what body require, but you're asking body to do extra work also. So you're not respecting there. So you are wasting your health as well as your time. These are two most important blessings or wealth that you actually got. So how can you reflect upon how much of our time do we spend on productive things versus distractions? When I talk about business, I talk about this very much. Rich people buy time, poor people buy stuff, ambitious people buy skill, and the others, distracted people, they buy distractions and they go in that way, right? So are we investing in things that will benefit us in the Akhirah, in the other world? At the same time, of course, we need things to get done here, so we need our time to be spent wisely in this world as well. Both is required. So just wasting your time, days, months, years, minutes and seconds, no one is going to forgive you. So you will be in trouble if you are wasting your time, because time is not going to come back, and how you spend your time is how your fate will be. So what's the formula for success? Except for those who believe, those who do righteous deeds, encourage truth, and encourage patience. That's the last one. So here the condition one. True success begin with faith, iman. So belief in Allah. So here is a formula for success. That's why I told you the surah is talking about time and success. So formula for success, true success, in fact, begin with faith, iman, belief in Allah, and the hereafter, and the purpose of life is the foundation. So without faith, your actions lack direction and purpose. Whatever, see, if you're doing without that faith, then that lacks clarity, that lacks direction, that lacks a purpose. You need a purpose for everything, right? If you want to become successful, there should be a purpose. For that, you need faith, you need belief, extreme belief in Allah. And then the second one, good deeds. Amal Salih. Faith alone is not enough. Belief must be followed by action. Action without, or belief without action is nothing. Prophet Muhammad have said very clearly that the best among you are those who bring the most benefit to others. Action takers are the best, right? Even in the material context, we talk about this. If you're not an action taker, you're not going to do anything in this world. Same was the case with other world also. And it's clearly mentioned in Quran. It's not the business coaches who's talking about actions, right? It's there in Quran already. So if you look at examples of good deeds, anything, you simply help a poor, that's a good deed, that's an action that we are looking for. Praying on time, that's again a good faith and action that we are discussing about. Being kind to your family, being kind to others, being kind to the poor, downtrodden, neglected, widows, orphans, all these are again very important, right? All these are good deeds. Giving food to a hunger person who have hunger, giving medicine to someone who is not healthy, all these are good deeds. And speaking the truth, that's also same. Now condition three, if you see, encouraging each other towards truth, upholding truth, encouraging truth. Haq. Islam is not just a personal religion, it's about helping others again stay on the right path. You are following that righteous path, and you're also helping others to stay on the right path. So Islam is not simply a personal religion. That's what the point is all about. So we must stand up for justice. Islam is about justice, honesty, integrity. right? So fairness. So you stand up for that. And these are the basic ethical principles also that the modern day science and philosophy talking about. These are much, much before discussed in Quran and very clearly and evidently you can see over here. Justice we talk about, honesty we talk about, internal integrity we talk about, compassion we talk about, right? So transparency we talk about, the fairness that we talk about. These are basic ethical principles that we discuss in philosophy, but that's the same thing which has been discussed in Quran much, much before. So think about the importance of Quran again. And again, last one, encouraging patience. So life will test us through losses, through failures, through hardships. We need patience. This patience is the key to overcoming difficulties. And in fact, all these losses are tests and these are stepping stones. If you have patience and you need to come out of it. So Prophet Muhammad have told, whoever remains patient, Allah will make, him patient. And no one is giving or given a gift better and more comprehensive than patience. So it's again a gift. Like I told you, you have been given time, right? You have been given health, same way. So encouraging patience is the fourth one. Now, lessons that you can learn from this surah. First and most important, time is the most valuable asset. Every day is a new opportunity. Don't waste it on meaningless things. Your life cannot be only for scrolling in phone. Make time for prayer, make time for family, knowledge, acquire skill. I told you, rich people buy time, poor people buy stuff, ambitious people buy skill. This in terms of business. And others, losers, they buy distractions. So you need to spend your time wisely. Here in the previous case example that I've given, I've never talked about prayer. I've never talked about family. I talked about skill and knowledge, but that need to be added here. So that's a different context and this is a different context. And do service to others. Use your time for that also. Second one, faith alone is not enough, right? It must be followed by action. So saying that I believe in Allah, that's not enough, right? What is required? You must act upon that belief. Means you have to help others, you need to be kind to others, you need to be compassionate to others. Every single action that you do, you have to have that integrity. Even if no one is looking at you, you should be true to yourself because you are going to be answerable to Allah and you should be true to Allah. So the third one that I need to discuss is success requires support system, patience. So we cannot succeed alone. We need friends, we need family who reminds us about, truth and patience. And patience is the key to overcoming all the hardships, no matter what, and no matter how difficult life gets. You may come across a lot of tough situations, deaths, failures, accidents, losses, debts. Okay, all these. So patience and reliance on Allah, belief in Allah will lead you to success. So what is going to be the future impact means how you are going to apply this surah in your life in the modern day. This is something which I want to again discuss more on. Track how you spend time. Again, when I talk about business, when I talk about the other dimensions also, I discuss this, how you're going to spend your time. You need to have a track on how you spend your time. Various, see, when you are watching this video, you are understanding English, means you are someone who are educated and you are spending time wisely. Right. So I want you to spend wisely and track your time. Ask yourself every night, did I use my time wisely today? You have the trackers, use it and strengthen your faith and good deeds. Start small, pray on time, give charity. And charity is not only about money, even a good word is a charity. Right? So read one verse of Quran daily, one surah if possible, short surahs you start with, and one page you can start with. So start doing that. When you're reading, you need to reflect upon that. If you cannot understand Arabic language, go with the translation and then understand and reflect upon that and try to apply it on your life. Surround yourself with good people. The company that we keep that affect our faith, that affect our future, that affect our life, that affect our health, that affect our time, that affect everything. You are the average of the 5 people you are surrounded with. So Prophet Muhammad have told a person is upon the religion of his close friend. Again, the fourth one that I want to discuss is in this context is develop patience in challenging situations. Remember that hardships are temporary. Things will come. maybe a death in family, or the debt that you're facing with respect to failure or losses in business. But their rewards are eternal. You need patience. Allah is there. You need to have that belief in Allah also. So, guys, finally, what I want to tell you is Surah Al-Asr is a complete guide to success. If we waste time, we are in loss. Time is precious. Time is the most important asset and the greatest asset that we have, because this is the one which never comes back. So if you lose time, you are in loss. If you waste time, you are in loss. So if we lack faith, again, we are in loss. If we fail to do good deeds, again, you are in loss. If we don't encourage others towards truth and patience, again, we are in loss. I repeat, if you waste time, you are in loss. If you lack faith, you are in loss. If you fail to do good deeds, then again, you are in loss. Actions are important. If you don't encourage others towards truth and patience, again, you are in loss. Because Islam is not a personal religion. It's all about living a righteous life and helping others also to live a righteous life and upholding justice, integrity, that fraternity, the brotherhood. All these are the modern day ethical principles which are there in Quran much, much before. So if you don't follow these four steps formula, you will be among those who, succeed. If you are following this formula, you will be succeeding in your life, in this world as well as the other world. So that's about the session. Thank you so much for attending. I hope you got some idea about this surah and you're going to implement that in your life. So what are your thoughts on this? And what is one way you will use your time wisely today? You can comment upon that. So see you with another surah in the next session. Thank you so much.